Well, hey! Early one today. Early one, because I've got shit to do. So, where are you going and why? I had an inquiry this morning about joining the sessions. In fact, I had an inquiry at 10:30 last night, but I answered it this morning because I was on my way to bed. And I thought, if I carry this on, I'm going to be tired tomorrow, and then I had a 7 o'clock session and all that. So I went to bed, answered it this morning. The guy was straight on. The inquiry is just how much are your sessions and what time are they? So I just went back and, the guy's saying, I've just started my weight loss journey and I want to add some fitness into it. So I just said, well, why do you want to lose weight? That's all I went back with. Why do you want to lose weight? It's great that you want to, but why? Right? Because it doesn't matter that you do. It's why. And it was what he came back with was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. He basically said, "I'm turning 50 next December. I've got 2 grandchildren, and I want to be there for them and for my sons." Wallop. That's perfect. That is almost the perfect answer. As opposed to, well, I just want to lose a bit of weight and that because it's coming up to Christmas and I'll probably eat loads and all of that sort of stuff. And it's like, okay, why does that matter? I want to be there for my 2 grandchildren and my sons, not me, if you're just watching. Hello, Mark. Not me if you're just watching, just tuning in. I haven't got any grandsons or kids. But this guy said that, and it was like, wow, brilliant. That's perfect. I love that. I absolutely love that. So, this has come off the back. I've just listened to a podcast. It was Pat Flynn's podcast with Dan John on it, actually, and a lot of the stuff he was going on about in there was brilliant. It was brilliant, and actually, it's stuff I'm doing right now that I'll have learned from him, and I've learned from my coach, Paul Mort, as well, and it's stuff that I've been doing, and it's all about balance. It's all about balance. So people say, right, I want to get fitter. I'm going to start my weight loss journey. I'm going to start my fitness journey. I'm going to do whatever. So then they go, right, now I'm going to join a gym and I'm going to go and do an hour and a half or an hour a day or whatever it is. And then they start, you can either do that and give up or do it and become obsessed. And then you're like, right, I need to do more. It's always like, I need to do more, right? It's worked, but now I've hit a plateau. I need to do more. And it's not always about doing more. It's about doing the right thing. So my online event, which is on Tuesday, my free online event, which you can register for in the link below, I'm going to show you how to do that. Because it's not about how much you do, it's about what you do. There was a guy who there's an advert going around at the moment on Facebook about this online event to get people on it. And there's only limited spaces, so if you want to be in there, you have to register below. And yeah, this guy said basically that's a lot of, he didn't believe me, which is fine. You don't have to believe me. That's absolutely fine. But I'm going to show you on Tuesday. So you don't have to believe me right now, but I'll prove it to you on Tuesday. Now this guy said, it's impossible. You must be a wizard. I'm not a wizard. I've just learned this stuff. I've learned how to do this stuff and apply it so you can lose weight, become fitter, stronger, become healthier with 20 minutes of exercise a day. With 20 minutes. But the thing is, this is an introduction to it. You can do 20 minutes of exercise a day for the rest of your life. The likelihood is you'll probably want to do more. And I don't mean going down the gym. I mean spending time with your kids, running around the park, playing football, going for walks. Right? People say, I can't go for a walk because I've got kids. Right? Now, that's cool. But if you get stronger and fitter, and you go for a walk with the kids, when they get tired, you put them on your back. You put them on your shoulders, whatever, or you go for a short-ish walk, a 4-mile walk or whatever, right? Like a lot of kids can't walk 4 miles, fine, a lot of kids can as well. Put them on your back. It'll show them that getting out is good. You're probably trying to get them out of the house all the time, especially if they're a little bit older, in the teens or whatever, and you're on your bloody Xbox all the time, or whatever it is these days, I don't know what it is. Someone mentioned a SNES yesterday. You're on your Xbox all the time or whatever, get out. And they'll be like, well, you don't do it, so why the fuck should I? See, this is how it goes. And there was one of the things that was said on this podcast. I've literally just stopped listening to it, and as it was going on, I was like, I get that, I do that, I get that. And it was kind of things like, how do you fit this into your lifestyle? okay? Because this guy said as well, on the guy who commented on my advert, said, you know, obviously you're saying you don't have to change your lifestyle. I didn't say that either. I said it's a minimal change to your lifestyle. And it'll add to your lifestyle. You add it into your lifestyle. It's not saying make your lifestyle going down the gym for 2 hours. It's make your lifestyle so you fit this in around it. Which Mark does. Mark, who's watching now, he does. Mark was my first ever online client, which is great, by the way. And he's still here. Brilliant. I love it. So Mark is a perfect example of this. He goes touring with his band and all that, and he still manages to fit this in his lifestyle. He's a busy man. Now, so how do you do that? Well, I'm going to show you that on Tuesday. I'm not going to go into it too much now, but I'm going to show you that on Tuesday, because you just plan it around structure. You know, why do you get up and go to work in the morning? Because you have to, right? Because if you don't get paid, and you lose your house or whatever, and your wife and kids and everything probably. Yeah, so, you know, then you can change it to why do I get up in the morning and do 20 minutes of exercise before I go to work? Or why do I do 20 minutes of exercise at lunchtime? Or why do I do 20 minutes of exercise when I get home? Why? Why do you do it? I'm going to show you how to make that meaningful. So you're not just doing it for the sake of it, you're doing it without willpower. You're doing it because it has a meaning to it. It has meaning attached to it. Anyway, I'm going to go into all of that. There's even a picture in the slide of me when I was probably about 2 years old, drinking out of a can of, I think it's McEwen's Export, with a bunch of ashtrays around me and all that sort of stuff. And I grew up smoking and drinking. Funny that, isn't it? So yeah, just a little thing for you there. So, anyway, I was going to go on about as well, because there was a thing Dan John said in this, and he was going on about people who are lawyers or whatever. Not that I haven't got anything against these people, but, you know, someone who's a lawyer, and then it's like, right, brilliant, I've finished university, I've got my degree, I'm going to be a lawyer, and then you go and join a firm and do your time and all of that, and then, which that's a bit of a weird analogy, isn't it? But then you become kind of well thought of within that field, and then within the firm that you're in, you get promoted, and then it's like, right, brilliant. Well, what happens next? Well, yeah, I've been promoted, so therefore, I get paid more. Brilliant. What happens next? You know, all right. Well, I might make partner or something. Brilliant. What happens next? Well, then I can work like, you know, once I'm partner, it's brilliant. I'm earning loads of money, but then I'm like out all the time, and you know, I'm meeting clients and everything. It's like, right, brilliant. What happened to your family? What happened to your friends? What happened to your kids? What happened to your wife? You know, all of that. And I wasn't a lawyer, but I was a trader, and I was in that kind of thing. It was like, I'm a trader, and it's brilliant. I actually enjoyed it to start off with, but then after I did that for 15 years, and I was like, at the end of it, I was like, where does this go? Where does it go? Why am I doing this? I get paid well for it, but why am I doing it? It gets me 5 weeks holiday a year, and that's it. That's it. And it doesn't give anything back. That's why I do this now, because I'm giving back, I'm helping people. That's what I like to do. And it took me a long time to realise this. But as a trader, it was like, right, well, if I want to progress, I can either do it for the rest of my life at the same level, which is boring. We always need to progress, right? If you're not moving forwards, you're moving backwards, because there is no standing still. So it was kind of, if I want to keep doing this, I'm going to have to get promoted, probably work longer hours, show that I'm passionate about it, show that I want to do it, and I didn't. So then it was like, right, what do I do? What do I do? I'm trapped. I'm trapped. Because the only way, at the time I thought the only way out of this is to get promoted into something that I don't want to be. And I wouldn't feel comfortable. I didn't even think I was that good at what I was doing. So how the hell was I going to be any good at doing something on a higher level in the same thing? And fortunately, I got made redundant, so that helped. That made the decision for me. Now, if I had been the person I am now when this happened, I would have made it happen anyway. But at the time, I wasn't strong enough mentally. So the decision was made for me. So I'm not saying give up work or anything like that. It's, you know, that's not my problem. But if you're looking to get fitter, stronger, and healthier, and you want to fit it in around your current lifestyle, so you don't want to have to, because somebody said as well the other day about like, oh, so you're going to rob 20 minutes off me. It's like, for God's sake, I'm not robbing. This was someone who was commenting on on an advert that I put out that they didn't agree with, and it's like, I'm not robbing 20 minutes off you. In fact, it took us about 20 minutes to have the conversation on the thing. It's like, you've just robbed 20 minutes off yourself. If you were one of the people who I was talking to, which is you, hopefully, you know, busy dads who've got no time, who might be on Facebook commenting on stuff that's got nothing to do with them because you're procrastinating about something else that you've got to do, probably getting fitter, stronger and healthier. You've just wasted 20 minutes commenting on something on Facebook when you could have used that 20 minutes to do some exercise, which things I'm going to show you, principles I'm going to show you on Tuesday night. You could have done that instead. And then guess what? You've kept all of that mental energy from getting pissed off about something that you don't really care about. You've created some mental space because you've done a workout and made yourself feel better. See how all this fits together? It's absolutely brilliant. It's like a big jigsaw. And I do this every day, which is great. So I did a one-day mindset workshop, actually. I've done 2 of them. And I did one of them in February, and at the end of it, one of the guys said, he just said, that was great, that was like, you must have took ages to put that together. And I was like, actually, putting the day together took me about 10 minutes. But putting the whole workshop together took me it's taken me 40 years for a start, but it took me at least, what is it now? Something like 2.5 years. 2.5 years of doing this sort of stuff every single day. Not the fitness stuff, the mindset stuff, everything. Making sure I get up every single morning ready to win the day. Because then you get up the next day and the day's there to beat you again, so you've got to beat it. And then you get up the next day and the day's there to beat you again. It's always the way. So you've got to wake up with the right mindset, or you've got to wake up and get the right mindset to get ahead. And it took me 2.5 years of learning to be confident enough to stand up in a room full of people and teach them this. That took me 2.5 years. So yeah, it does take a long time. However, it doesn't take a lot of effort. That's the thing. You fit it into your day and it goes. And if you think you haven't got time, this is another thing. If you think you haven't got time, this actually creates time, which is a really hard concept to get your head around. It took me ages, but I've got more time now than I've ever had, and I'm busier than I'm really busy. I'm looking after people who come to BKS in the park. I'm looking after the people who I've got online. I'm looking after the people in the September Swing Challenge at the moment. But to be honest, that's looking after itself because everyone's keeping each other going. I just dip in there, like a few things, comment on a few things, put some videos in there, keep going, people, and everyone's just away doing it. And these are people who haven't done anything for ages. You know, so it's about just opening your mind and realising that this stuff can be done. And if you're saying it can't, it's your own limitations that are stopping you from doing that. By saying, I can't do it, or I haven't got time. So all I'm asking for is for an hour on Tuesday night, Tuesday the 18th, I'm asking for 1 hour of your time, which you register for below, and I'll show you how this stuff works. I'll show you how it works. I'll show you how it's worked for me. I'll show you how it's worked for the guys at BKS, the guys online, the guys in the Swing Challenge, the guys who've done my 6-week program, the guys who've done who are on BKS IC, the Inner Circle online. It's worked for everybody to great success as well. So, I'll stop there. I had loads to say on this and I've gone on. I've got loads more to say, but obviously I've got loads more videos to do. This, by the way, is my 101st video. That's alright, isn't it? That's alright. That's consistency, you see. Do it little and often, every day. Little and often over the long haul. That's another Dan John thing. Learned lots from this fella, I did. So, there we go. Hit the link below, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Ta-ra!